We rolling? Hey y'all! Well, guess what day it is today? Happy birthday to me! Big 24. So I was thinking, right, about what I want the title to be. This how you know it's gonna come from the heart. Have you noticed there's no laptop in front of me? Yeah. All this right? I'm changing my life around. All right, so I was thinking the other day, right? So first of all, happy birthday to me. I'm 24 years old today. Big Leo energy, July 27th. Best day on planet Earth, really. 1999. Okay, yeah, period. So I was thinking, right? Growing up, as a kid, you get really excited for your birthday because it's all about you. Your friends come over, your parents give you gifts. Like it's, the best day ever. And then I would always see now growing up, I wouldn't necessarily hear it from older people. It was more like when social media became really popular, I would see people, saying, "Oh my God, I'm so sad on my birthday." And I used to always question, right? Why would you be sad on your birthday? Now, this is me from an adolescent perspective. So, this is when I was like, what, 16, 17. And then, if I'm being transparent with y'all, I would say after turning 21, I became what I was seeing on social media. And by that, I mean being sad on my birthday. So, previously, I stated on the episode that last year when I turned 23, I didn't do anything because I was really sad because I thought I was like an old woman. Yeah, I know, crazy. But yeah, I will say that I started to notice it. It was kind of minor though after turning 21, but really I would say 23, which is really last year. That's when I was like, oh God, I became what I saw on social media, and I hated that. So whenever you're in like a mental funk, right? What do people tell you? Okay, go drink some water, go get some vitamin D, go read a book, go take a walk, right? Go meditate. And I would do all those things, yet I would feel frustrated when I would feel better for a little bit, but then in the long haul, I would still feel the same. Like I would feel sad that I didn't accomplish certain things, sad that I really wanted something and I was thinking about it for a long time. I did what y'all tell me to do on social media, manifest, say it out loud, write it down, all that stuff, reading books, and it wouldn't happen. So then, okay, this is really crazy because my birthday week, right? Well, really, I celebrate my birthday for the whole month. And then this month, like, I went to New York with my mom. I met with my family in New York. I was doing really cool things with my family, and on the outside, I was really happy, but on the inside, it was like a how do you say it? I guess like an internal conflict because like it's like I'm my emotion, right? What I'm feeling internally is that I'm sad. But then on the other hand, I'm fighting because I'm like, bro, why are you like you're not supposed to be sad? So many people want what you have right now. Like, why are you sad? And then it took me a minute to realize, but when I come to the studio and I be telling them my problems, they look at me like I'm crazy. But it really took me a minute to realize that happiness really doesn't come from material things. It doesn't come from things that we think are going to make us happy. So um this summer, well, I wouldn't say this summer, this started in May, right? I was gonna give myself the best birthday gift ever. So one of my favorite singers was coming to town on my birthday. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do them little manifestation tricks that y'all be talking about on social media. I'm gonna get him on my show. Oh my gosh. So yeah, as y'all know, I'm the queen of reaching out. So like looked at his whole management team. I found them all on Instagram. I was DMing them every day. Now his manager, he didn't follow me back on Instagram, but he liked my picture on Instagram. So I'm like, we making progress. You feel what I'm saying? Like we doing something. So I'm talking about maybe for like 3 weeks straight. I was just DMing them on Instagram. I found their emails because like on Instagram you can like see folks' emails. I was emailing them 3 weeks straight. This is like I would say this was in May. My friend was like, how about you just utilize LinkedIn? Because clearly Instagram's not working. I said, you know what? You're right. So I found the record company on LinkedIn and I was just adding like all the different employees, and finally two responded to we had connected on LinkedIn and two responded to me. So they had gave me the like the proper person to connect with to, I guess somebody else on his management team to, go forward with the interview. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get the best birthday present. And on top of that, right, he was performing in, my city. So of course I got a VIP ticket. I said, you know what, I'm finna, look real good, be in the VIP section. Like, it's lit. I'm finna have the best birthday ever. Well. Once I got in contact with his management team, right, everything was looking mad hopeful. Like, I was like, I sent this long email. I had the media kit. I had the interview questions ready. I said, let's go. Like, what you want? Because I got it. So they was like, yeah, we're going to get back to you. All right. So, 2 weeks go by. I'm like, hey, just following up. How are you? Yeah, we good. We going to get back to you. We locked in. All right, great. Best birthday present ever coming. I'm re-listening to his album, getting ready, right? Well, end of July comes. My birthday's at the end of July. And I'm like, hey, still on? Ooh, about that. I don't know. The schedule's looking pretty tight. But we have somebody else, if you're interested. And I'm like, I don't want that person. I want this particular person. So then I was thinking to myself, right, okay, they acting real funny over email, but when I go to this concert, right, and I'm in this VIP section, and I'm doing my thing, like, hell yeah, they're gonna rock with me. And then I can't explain it, but something was just telling me to sell the ticket. And I know it sounds crazy because it's like, duh, you've been thinking about this for months. Like, why would you sell your ticket? And I was like, I don't know. I just, like, I can't shake this feeling. And I was telling my mom, and she was like, well, if this interview was actually going to happen, like, things would have already been in place by now. So I think you should sell the ticket. So, mind you, right, I've been thinking about this for, like, all summer. I've been hyping it up to everybody. And now that, it fell through, I'm just like, damn, like, am I a failure? Like, this is crazy. So coming to find out, right, I get a few DMs from some people, and I'm going on TikTok and Twitter. That concert was a disaster. He canceled and everything. People was waiting for hours. It was a mess. There was no damn VIP section because the concert didn't even take place. So and what's crazy? Like, if I would have had to wait it for hours and I got nothing in return, that really would have ruined my birthday. I would have been hell no. But then that just goes to show, like, I was banking on this one thing to just complete my summer and make me so happy. And when it fell through, I was so sad. Like, even on my birthday, you're not supposed to be sad on your birthday. We're supposed to be hype. And I was so sad, starting off my birthday week. Really, even my birthday month, honestly, because nothing was, even though things look promising, nothing was like really like concrete certain. So I was like, okay, well, since this fell through, the first thing I said was thank you, God, because you saw something that clearly my human brain could not see nor comprehend. So thank you for blocking, that one thing. And then it also led me to a new point where, of course, we always thank God for like the good things, like blessing us. But man, not even sometimes, like all the time, we got to take time and thank God for the things that didn't work out, the things that could have hurt us, but he rejected it for us. Like, he stopped it in ahead of time. And then it brought me to a new point too, which I had said this previously, that when I get certain things, so when I get a certain amount of subscribers, because I be working hard on this, I'm working mad hard on this. So I would always tell myself, when I get a certain amount of subscribers, when I get a certain amount of sponsorship deals, when I get this particular person on my show, that's when my happiness, that's when I'll start feeling real joy, real happiness. And really, since the start of the month, my parents have been asking me, Malika, what do you want for your birthday? What do you like? What do you want us to do? And my answer was the same. I don't want anything, honestly. Like, I wasn't feeling it. And that wasn't me trying to, sound smart or anything like that. It was just, I honestly, like, I just was not feeling it. The stuff that I wanted, I knew they couldn't get me. And what did I want? The things I just mentioned: more subscribers, more, high profile guests, more traction for my show. And something actually really serious happened to my family this week. Like, my dad, he got into an accident, and an accident that really could have like took his life. But, by the grace of God, he's okay. And when I was just sitting back thinking, I was like, yo, this this happiness, this joy is not going to come from the stuff that we can pay for. It's not going to come from the things that we generally think is going to make us happy. The real joy, real happiness is going to come from things that you generally cannot buy. That's not to sound like a social media quote, but the present, being in the moment, this right here, this is pure joy. This is pure happiness. So instead of you putting timelines on yourself, when I turn this age, life is going to be like this, or when I get this one particular thing, right? That's when I can finally kick my feet up and be like, okay, yeah, go ahead. That's not true. It's a myth. And I finally realized that. And yeah, they've said that on the show multiple times, but that was just going in one ear and coming out the other. Like, I was just, okay, yeah, whatever. But now, like, when you finally, like, realize something, when it, like, finally hits you, it's like, damn, yo. And honest to God, this is the best birthday present I think I've ever received in my life. Like, this is true enlightenment. Seriously. So I guess I say all that to say that I finally realized where my joy comes from, and I finally realized where my peace comes from, and it comes from being in the present. Like, my family's in town for my birthday, and that's something that's like that's never happened before. So even just stuff like that, that's pure joy. And honestly, honest to God, just even reflecting, a year ago, I was in my room trying to figure out this show. I didn't know any of the people that you see me mention. I did not know these folks a year ago on this day. Life has changed so much. And instead of me being happy and taking all that into consideration, I was so busy focusing on things that just didn't matter, that I wasted time. Like, although I was doing the activity, like I was with my family in New York, I was around, my loved ones, but I wasn't present. Like, my body was there, but my mind was somewhere else. And honestly, that's just wasted time, because not speaking no negativity, by the grace of God, everybody's going to be prospering and living abundantly. But life happens so fast, and things happen that we can't control. You don't know what could happen a year from now. So the fact that I wasted my summer thinking about, getting this amount of subscribers, getting, trying to book this person, that I missed, being present with my loved ones, being present with myself. That's something that I can't get back. You understand? So now I finally, and like I said, we speak in positivity, like by the grace of God, more, longevity for my family. Like, we good. God's good. We good. But, you know, I'm just really happy that I finally understand now that pure peace, pure joy is being in the present, and it's being around things, like I said, that money just cannot buy. So that's my, little tidbit for my birthday. So for anybody out there that's like, oh my God, another year. Yeah, you better be happy, because there's someone in the hospital right now. They're calling a cold blue on somebody in the hospital right now. But you sitting here complaining because you getting older, because you absorbing someone else's foolishness on social media. Which leads me to my next point too, which I had already been thinking about it. But like, I'm going to start changing the way how I use social media for real. Like, I don't want to be looking at gossip pages anymore. I don't want to be lurking on people's pages anymore. Like, I strictly just want to post my content and just log out, because there's nothing on there for real. And even though I'm looking at like different memes and like different pages and I'm laughing, without knowing, right, I'm actually absorbing what I'm seeing, whether I want to or not. So yeah, with that being said, I'm officially changing the way how I use social media. And even like 2 weeks ago, when I was complaining about how scared I was for, my upcoming final year in grad school, and how everything is just moving so fast, that I'm, instead of me, looking at it from a different perspective, like, yo, it's my final year in grad school, like, I'm finna kill it. And like, yo, I have this opportunity that other people are praying for, and like, yo, everything is in front of me, it's mine, and it's okay. Like, it's okay, just relax. So with that being said, I just feel like this is one of the most memorable birthdays that I've ever had. Of course, I'm gonna have like more birthdays, more, learning, because that's all what life is about, like going up the ladder, expanding your brain. But I'm just really happy that I'm just here. Like, I'm just present. Like, I get it. I get it. So yeah, don't be sad on your birthday. That's really whack. Don't do that. Okay, well, with that being said, I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching, and happy birthday to me.